I'm playing with this thing over here. Anyway, let's move on because Project Veritas did show up on what is it called, Turning Point USA. I didn't know much about Turning Point USA. I found out that what's his name, Kirk, Charlie Kirk. He's a big
Charlie
name.
Kirk, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize how big of a name he was. Nevertheless, yeah, he's the president of Turning USA, and this is something that happened on a yearly basis. Am I correct?
Yeah, they get together with a big show like this once a year.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they do small tours around different campuses and stuff like that on college
Yeah,
campuses and stuff.
very powerful. This is a good way to share the message, especially the way things are going today. I didn't realize there was such a powerful movement, such as what we got going on here.
Hmm.
This is great. So let's listen to a few seconds of that, and then we'll come back.
Take your phones out and turn the flashlight on your phone right now. We're going to make something magical happen. We're going to send a message to the powerful people in the world that we're not alone, that we can expose them. They will not intimidate us. They will not make us afraid. I want to introduce you to the most bravest person I've ever met. Someone who came to us from within the FBI to expose malfeasance and wrongdoing. Everyone, get on your feet and say hello to Kyle from the FBI.
I first swore to protect and defend our founding document in 2008. I've done that at least 3 more times. And that oath has become something integral to my being. The oath has compelled me to expose wrong, which spelled the end to a job that many people dream of, that of an FBI special agent. I expose the FBI using our most patriotic symbols to identify militia violent extremists, which Project Veritas published in August. Because of this, my family has struggled. I was suspended without pay in June, and some people will see that as a waste. They'll see a career that was lost, thrown away. And some of you may ask, what's the point? Because nothing ever changes. But you can't believe that. You mustn't. Prepare yourselves so that when you're called into action, you can be brave and you can do the right something.
Yeah, that is actually very powerful, man.
Yeah.
It's a powerful movement altogether.
I mean, that combined with, all the Twitter documents that have been coming out.
Oh yeah,
The Twitter files.
I haven't gone to the newest ones, but I have done the last one that I've looked at where it was concerning Mr. Trump and what they were doing as far as censoring him and not finding a liable reason for doing it. They were changing the rules and the policies and the guidelines just to get rid of Trump. So I'm guessing most recently there's been another leak, right? Another exposure. What was that one about? All right.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, you look like you went out on me. Yeah, I'm guessing what's going on Twitter now. What's the recent thing that Elon Musk has done?
One of the most recent ones shows how the FBI paid that one chick, Farouche or whatever her name is, $3.5 million to keep quiet about the Biden files and silence conservatives. Yeah. Vajira.
Yeah.
And silence conservative voices on Twitter.
That is disturbing.
Like, they straight up said that with tax dollars.
I need to do a video on that.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
The amount of corruption that was behind the FBI and Twitter is staggering.
And I don't know, I would like to see what happens to the FBI now. Is there any level of accountability and responsibility for what they've done? And how are we going to trust the FBI from this point forward as a supposedly an intelligence agency?
Personally, I think we should get rid of all 3-letter agencies. They're not serving the public good.
Yeah. It seems like big corporation has bought them and owned them, and they're being used for political expediencies rather than the American people.
If you think about it, the FBI is being used like the brown shirts from the bad guys in World War II. The Brown Shirt Brigade. If you look up what the Brown Shirt Brigade did, they would go around bullying political opposition into submitting to fall in line.
That's disturbing. All right, let's move on to another video here. So much more could be said, but we got to get to Tom. How Project Veritas exposes shadow ban, right?
We get that.
Developing now, the ban blacklist exposed. New Twitter documents just released proves the social network did censor users, and it only went one way. The documents that Twitter CEO Elon Musk promised to release but was originally thwarted now has just been posted for all to see, and we're learning Twitter had a secret blacklist of censored accounts, and all were conservative. Musk gave the files to independent journalist Barry Weiss, who learned teams of Twitter employees built blacklists, prevent disfavored tweets from trending, and actively limit the visibility of entire accounts or even trending topics, all in secret without informing users. Musk followed up. The rules were enforced against the right, but not against the left, noting even political candidate accounts were suppressed during elections and that accounts were suspended even if they broke no rules. Some of the high-profile accounts shadow banned included Fox News host Dan Bongino. He was put on a search blacklist. Charlie Kirk of Turning Point listed as Do Not Amplify. And Dr. Jay Bhattacharya of Stanford was on a trends blacklist. Bhattacharya was one of the biggest critics of COVID lockdowns, and 63,000 medical experts agreed who signed his Great Barrington Declaration. He tweeted, "Still trying to process my emotions on learning that Twitter blacklisted me. The thought that will keep me up tonight. Censorship of scientific discussion, permitted policies like school closures, and a generation of children were hurt." One account Twitter previously banned, now active again, is Project Veritas, and they just posted undercover videos showing Twitter employees gloating about this censoring in years past.
The idea of the shadow ban is that you ban someone, but they don't know they've been banned.
Oh, it might be the U.S. government pressure.
What? Why?
Because they don't like people messing with their politics.
Well, right now we don't make profit, so it's going to say ideology, which is what's led us to not being profitable.
Twitter does not belong to free speech.
For years, Twitter claimed it did not shadow ban conservative viewpoints. Former CEO Jack Dorsey even testified to that. Now some want to know if he lied before Congress. The documents reveal Twitter employees can also read your personal direct messages. Musk said personal messages should be encrypted so no one at Twitter can see them. He also promised a software update so users can know if they're being shadow banned, because the practice is still happening. Also, more documents are coming.
This is so disturbing to listen to, man. Dirty business.
They know they can't compete with the truth, so they have to silence it.
Yeah. That's just crazy.
It's the old saying goes, to know who rules over you, find out who you're not allowed to talk ill about.